Hello everyone, I hope that you are doing well and good. In this video, we are going to talk about the story of our ninth Jyotirlinga, which is Vaidyanatha. When devotion became possession, among the most complex figures in Puranas stands Ravana, the king of Lanka, immensely powerful, deeply learned, and an intense devotee of Shiva. His devotion was not superficial, it was fierce, disciplined, and unwavering. Seeking to bring Shiva permanently to Lanka, Ravana undertook extreme austerities. In one of the most striking acts of tapasya, he is said to have offered his own heads one by one into the sacred fire. Each time a head was severed, it was restored through his penance, and yet he continued demonstrating devotion that was absolute, but also intense to the point of extremity. Moved by this intensity, Shiva appeared and restored Ravana, fully healing him. From this act, Shiva became known as Vaidyanatha, the divine physician, the one who heals even the deepest wounds. Ravana then made a request. He wished to take Jyotirlinga itself to Lanka, believing that the presence of Shiva would make his kingdom invincible. Shiva agreed, but with one condition: the linga must never be placed on the ground. If it touched the earth, it would remain fixed there forever. Ravana accepted and began his journey. But the balance of the cosmos could not allow such concentration of power as he travelled. The Devas intervened through Vishnu, who took the form of a simple cowherd. At the moment when Ravana needed to pause for his rituals, he handed over the linga briefly to the cowherd, instructing him not to set it down. But the cowherd did. The moment the linga touched the ground, it became immovable. Ravana tried with all his strength to lift it, but it would not move. There Shiva established himself as Vaidyanatha, Jyotirlinga, the turning from power to humility. The shift in the story is not about failure, it is about the misalignment being revealed. Ravana devotion was real, his tapasya was undeniable, but something subtle had entered, the desire to possess the divine. When he could not lift the linga, Ravana's strength failed, but something else emerged. He turned to surrender. He sang hymns to Shiva not as one claiming power, but as one recognizing limitation. The Shiva responded not with punishment, but with grace. Symbolism, what the story is really showing. Ravana represents intense devotion mixed with egoistic ambition. A seeker who is powerful but not yet surrendered. His offerings of heads symbolizes sacrifices of identity, but also intensity that can still carry subtle pride. The Jyotirlinga represents pure consciousness, which cannot be owned, contained, or relocated for personal gain. The condition of placing it down symbolizes continuous awareness. Once broken, fixation occurs. The cowherd from Vishnu represents divine intervention that restores balance thoroughly, not forcibly. Shiva is Vaidyanatha, represents healing not just of body but of ego and misunderstanding. Inner teaching, the psychology of Vaidyanatha. Vaidyanatha addresses a very subtle spiritual danger, the ego of attainment. As one progresses through knowledge, discipline, and devotion, there arises a hidden thought. I have realized, I possess truth, I am advanced. This is not gross ego, it is refined ego. Ravana's mistake was not lack of devotion, it was belief that the divine could belong to him. Shiva's response is deeply compassionate. He does not destroy Ravana, he heals him. Because this condition is not evil, it is misunderstanding. The inability to lift the linga symbolizes this. Truth cannot be carried by the ego, it can only be surrendered into. When Ravana shifts from control to surrender, healing begins. Essence: the moment you think you have attained truth, you have already stepped away from it. Truth is not something you hold, it is what remains when holding ends. And with that, we have completed the story of our ninth Jyotirlinga, which is Vaidyanatha. I hope you like it. Thanks a lot for watching.